Pickers, and that was Martha and the Muffins, Echo Beach. Good evening. Good evening. I know there's lots and lots and lots going on YouTube's, but yeah, Waffle Shop's open. Up for a giggle, a discussion, whatever. Yeah, been out all evening, so out for a nice buffet meal and cinema. So I'm all nicely refreshed at 11:30 at night when I should be tucked up in bed. You know, as you smokers out there, if you go out for the day, you've got to make up for it then. Otherwise, you can't rest. Right, I'm just going to waffle, see who wants to come on. Just play some music now and again. My lives aren't monetized, so it makes no difference to me getting copyright claims. I get copyright claims on everyone. So might just do it, take a leaf out of the size book. If not many come on, just play some tunes. Yeah. But nice chat with AK earlier. I know he might still be live, but I like chatting with AK when he doesn't, chuck everyone off. I know why he does it. Because he wants to speak to one person in particular. I know why. So, but yeah, good chat with AK earlier. Yeah, I like him. Yeah. So. Yeah, Upton. I enjoyed it. But like I said, it's not. Don't try and compare it to the first one, if you know what I mean. It's not like the first one. No, it's different. It's different. All right, Jimmy. Yeah. I don't think I did yesterday. But like I said, I've been out all evening, stuffing my face and going to the cinema. So I've got to get enough caffeine into me and nicotine, so before I can rest. There's some noisy cunt outside who doesn't know how to drive properly. In a car that's about 1 inch off the floor. And round here we got 8-inch potholes, so good luck with that. I don't know Upton. I don't know about that Upton. All the ones around us have got the most brand new super duper sound systems, and you can hire virtually, all chairs recline. They're all leather. Me and my missus had cheap seats down the front because that's the only ones that were left, and they were comfortable as fuck. My missus fell asleep after about 5 minutes for half hour. You can pay extra, and the ones up in the middle and top are like beds. They're massive. You could easily fit 2 people in one chair. They're fucking huge. So, Jimmy, I hope they do a good job of it because that is one of my favourite films ever. It is so surreal, and I know some people are like, oh yeah, it's corny, it's filmed corny, but no, that's foreshadowing shit. That's foreshadowing shit. That is. I love the running, man. It's time to start running. I haven't said many hellos. Let's go back up the top there. Big up you. Always first in. All right, Cheeky, Peggy, John and Kendra, Dickie Doodah, Nen, Durongo. I don't know if you say it Durongo or Durongo, as in a stupid Australian person. I don't know. Big up, Peggy. Jimmy, Society Bags. And I think, natural. All right, natural. Yeah, I think there's about 7 of you that are brave enough to chat, comment. So, but yeah, just I've had a couple of days off of fucking busting my balls and tiring myself out, clearing up these properties. So yeah, it was a well-deserved fucking night out tonight. So well deserved. hide that so I can get the link. I had to rob my brother's fucking miniature PA today because one of my speakers, only one of the fours, decided to fart a bit through one of the tweeters. I'm not happy about it at all, so I had to nick my brother's little PA, and it's making funny noises at me. Oh, utilities bleed us dry then. Especially a place this size. It's fucking we need out. We need out, and it will be soon. And I don't know. I've always been a bit, when I was a kid, we moved, and I didn't want to move, but once we'd moved, I loved it, and I've lived all over the south, Sussex, West Sussex, Bedfordshire, Hertfordshire, South Wales, Dorset, back to South Wales. So yeah, I've been around. I'm a bit, when I was sort of early teens and not working, I was here, there, and fucking everywhere, all over the country. But that was we'd just disappear for a week to go to festivals in a field, back in ye good old acid house days. As you did with your fucking curtains haircut. As you do. Just go and hang around in a field for a fucking week. No, it's not invite only. It's not invite only, Begs. It's just an impromptu. I've been out all day, so I'm going to be up a few hours. All right, Bobby. And I went on with AK for a chat earlier, which I enjoyed. And there's a couple of other things going. Well, we've got a guest. See you, Bob.
Hello, bro. My camera's fucked.
You're all right. You're all right. I got no. I don't pay for my StreamYard, so I've got no overlay now. So.
My camera's fucked. Can I put my camera on? What's happening? You good?
Yeah, good man. Good.
I've heard you've been renting your house out, done wheels or something. Tyrone must
yeah.
be.
Always, yeah. I'm always renting my ass out, but.
Is it Tyrone talking shit and it's the other way around?
What's that?
Is it Tyrone talking shit and it's the other way around? It's him renting his house
out? No, I rent my ass out, but the market's a bit slack at the minute, if you get me.
So Tyrone's doing better than you, aye?
Yeah, probably he's on holiday.
Is he, aye? What's been
He's on
happening?
holiday, so he's probably doing better than me. I'm not on holiday getting sun.
Where's the mop? I've never seen the mop fight. I unsubscribed because he blocked us out of his channel and borders, so I just unsubscribed. Just point has been there.
Is that
Not seen.
Tyrone's?
No, the mop. When he can just fucking grab his leg and just mop the floor with his head.
Oh yeah, I saw he was live. Yeah, we had a falling out, but we are sort of talking again.
Oh, I've been blocked. I just unsubscribed. He blocked us. He didn't like what I was saying.
He blocked me the other day, and then he cleared his
Company
block list
sensitive.
yesterday. He said so. I don't know if you've been back in there or not, but
Nah, I just
apparently,
unsubscribed. So I thought, fuck that. Just point has been there if you're blocked, innit?
no,
He blocked out
yeah.
the
Well, that's
channel.
what I do. That's what I do, Bob. If mods keep timing me out or blocking me, I'll just unsub. It makes no difference to me.
It just
Makes no
means
odds to me.
it doesn't come up on my screen then when I press on the live. Who's live here? He doesn't come up. So
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I've been good, man. I've been sort of, like you. Yeah, if I'm blocked somewhere, I just unsub. So I'm unsubbed from a few lately. Still watch the usual suspects.
how's the wife doing? All right. It's just still poorly.
Oh, she's fine. We've been out tonight for a
Good,
meal and
good, good.
cinema. Yeah,
It's hard, isn't it?
it can be, but
There's
You know,
always somebody worse off.
that's what I say, Bob. There's always someone worse off.
It's the only way to get through it.
Good evening.
Hello, hello,
Hello, good evening.
hello, good evening. Yeah, if there's one thing working in old people's homes teaches you, is there's always people worse off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you see, they were talking about it over on Society X, but it's a sad state of affairs we've got, isn't it?
Yeah. I've
Sure
always been the same. You know, mates or family need anything and they ask if I can, I will. No questions asked, no favours wanted in return. And I've done it for just randoms as well, people I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Giving them money on the street and just taking a 10 or a 20 out my pocket if I've got it. And, I'll leave myself short if I see someone who's genuinely hungry or.
Who's the lady? Sorry for interrupting. Who's the lady?
Nin. It's Nin, it is, Bob.
Nin.
No.
Hello. Hi,
Couple of
Bob.
questions. Hi, all right, but couple of questions. I have an elderly neighbour that lives in the street. She was a big woman and she's deteriorated rapidly. She doesn't have a bank card, she just has like a checkbook out school way.
Mm-mm.
She can't get out the house and she's poor, not good at all. I phoned a few people to try and get help. I've managed to get some stuff dropped off from the local vicar so she can have frozen foods.
Yeah.
What can I actually do? Who can I contact to help this lady? It's just when I
So,
work
I
in the
know.
social
experience
services for one.
I know.
Um,
Yeah. So if
and
you go on,
go on then.
if you
Go on.
if you go online to your council website, there's a section which with all the different departments, and on there you click adult social care
contacted adult social care.
on your council website. Yeah.
I've contacted the councillors and stuff. They've seen her themselves, but I'm not quite sure if she's refusing their help. But she keeps asking us. I say keep knocking, and seeing if she needs anything, and she keeps asking for bread, cheese, and ham, margarine. So
Yeah,
that's what she's living on.
if she's having problems with ID and bank cards,
She panics. She says, "I've got
she
no
could.
money." I said, "Don't worry about the money. I'll get you. It's only a couple of quid to get the stuff."
Mm,
But it's quite regular, so I can't do it all the time. So she needs someone there to help her.
yeah,
So
like,
Yeah.
if she's refusing the help, obviously there's nothing they can do, is there?
well, a lot of people see it as uh, degrading themselves by asking the authorities for help. They'd rather ask people they know. But some people are like that, and they're proud and.
But it's quite a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
older people around where I am, and they have helped and try to do their best going for papers, and they're 20 years older than the lady. You know,
It's so
they're in their
frustrating, isn't
90s.
it?
Right,
Yeah.
And
My
but listen,
father-in-law was
guys, I've
like
got to
that.
go. Listen, I've got to go. I need to go to bed. We're up early in the morning.
Oh, bless you.
right, Bob.
But I'll try my
Night.
best with that. Good night, guys.
Later, Bob.
Yeah, I had that same thing with my father-in-law. He wouldn't ask anyone for help, but he would if it was his family.
There's been cases recently of public cases, haven't there, when people, family members have deteriorated that much that next of kin need to deal with their financials from drawing it out and stuff, and the banks and the post offices and that are starting to kick up a stink about it apparently,
Yeah,
which I think is ridiculous, to be honest.
totally, 100%. Hi, Adrian. Hey, Peggy.
It's a busy night on the tubes tonight.
Is it? My subs
Yeah,
are all
too
pretty
large, yeah.
quiet, to be honest. I'm I'm not quite sure if I should be on here, really. I think elsewhere, I have places where I'm not subscribed to. I think I might have been doxxed. But I haven't seen anyone coming over into this lot, so
Yeah.
if I have, it's been somewhere else. It was somewhere that's probably got like 15 viewers. They don't know who the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah.
People think, oh my god, I've been doxxed on the internet, but this is like 10 people who see it.
Yeah. Yeah. My name was put out there early on. I came on, and you know, my address is out there, and so what? You know,
Yeah.
nothing to hide.
Same here, that's it. Go for your lives. You won't find nothing on me.
Oh, natural.
That's right, it's Nin. Always has been. That fleece looks warm.
It is too warm, really. I've got the window open. It's pretty still night. Oh, my computer's not telling me the temperature,
It's
but
a lovely night.
it's warm tonight.
I
All
keep
right, Jay.
missing my foxes. Like I put the meat out and then I turn my back and then the meat's gone and I didn't see them.
Yeah, we don't see too many around here, but I do. Because I'm upstairs and I've got a window next to me. If I'm up
Yeah.
late, I'll watch the cats outside on the wall and that. There's about 4 or 5 of them that all meet up. And they don't really seem to scrap or anything. But they'll just sit around together, give each other the eye, and then all go off their separate ways. It's quite strange, really.
Yeah,
But
I've lived in places like that, and they'll sort of all walk along a fence where everyone will have cats, and they all meet up, don't they?
yeah, they just it's like they say hello for 10 or 15 minutes and then just go their separate ways. It's fucking mad. Yeah, you're good people in tonight. Yeah. There's, like I said, there's a few lives going on, so there's a lot of lives for people to watch. So, I know it was going to be a quiet one, which is good. Which is good.
It is. Just looking up, see who else. Are you a Trump supporter, Ministry?
I would say over Kamala Harris, yes.
I don't even know who that is.
I
just saw it on my subscriptions.
I don't know if she's running against Trump. She must be. She was the vice president, but or is the vice president. But she's been done for all sorts of fraud when she was a senator. Expenses claims, and she just laughed it off. Yeah. She laughed it off. She laughed publicly to the cameras about it. And she's been made vice president. Yeah, she's publicly been, outed for over egging her salary. In I can't remember where she was senator for. Florida, maybe. I'm not sure, but anyway, she's a fucking, I don't know.
God. I think we need a party here that's going to push for legalization of cannabis, like Germany. I want to know how Germany got legalized, because it doesn't really seem like we've even got any campaign here in the UK.
No. I think people are just expecting it, I suppose, but may not happen. I know France have lightened up on people growing their own, but they've hardened up on people selling it on the street, obviously, because a lot of them will be, not to be anything against immigrants, but a lot of them will be North African, the same as in Amsterdam. they had a crackdown on the street dealers because like 80% of them were of North African descent, and it was getting out of control. Fighting between gangs. So yeah, France have lightened up on allowing people to grow, but as for street dealers, it's a no.
I think to a large extent, if they did legalise here, a lot of the country would grind to a halt. Like,
I think so.
the UK, I think the only reason we work so hard in this country is because we are alcohol based. And I think if people started smoking weed and we had coffee shops and things,
Yeah.
I think people would just stop being so productive, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Like, when you look at countries where they've developed with having marijuana in their culture, they don't have much like architecture and stuff.
No, yeah, straight lines will do.
What's that? They put their towel down on the situation. What does that mean? Ich liebe dich. That's German, isn't it? I love you. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it would be a good thing. Maybe not.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I think there's a call for legalizing it, but doing it the way other countries have, which is have designated areas where purchase is allowed, and even though they don't really stick to the rules on the amounts of you're allowed to carry, because in Amsterdam you're only allowed to carry a quarter of grain, or I think it's like half ounce of hashish. So I think that might work over in designated areas, but then every city's going to have a big, because everyone smokes and whatever, everywhere's going to have a big coffee shop area, which is going to in turn lead to everything that comes with it, which is money laundering, extortion, prostitution, and of course the illegal Class A's as well.
Oh, well done, Yogi. What's this? On CBD. I did that for 2 years. Yeah. Well, you say that though, Yogi, but you're only, so you're saying last week, you're going to start having the nightmares soon if you smoke that long. You'll have about 2 months of nightmares probably, and muscle cramps when you start to detox. But if you're on CBD, you won't notice it so much. Have you given up before ministry?
Yeah, I have. Yeah. I do.
You find that?
Yeah, I have tolerance breaks now and again, and after just a couple of days, I get the most wild fucking dreams and nightmares. Wake me up.
Yeah.
Wakes me up.
Yeah. I find it really hard to drop off as well.
And I can't sleep.
And time goes so slow, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I can be sat up all night sometimes, and I'll be trying to sleep and just toss, turn.
Yeah. Oh, I know you. I think one thing as well that I bang on about, I really get on my soapbox about, is that we don't support our farmers enough.
No, definitely not.
I get really on one about that. People don't understand how fundamentally important it is.
And people complain about them getting subsidies, but don't realise the pittance that they're being given for their product.
Yes.
the price
And
they get for their meat and milk and barley, corn, apples, whatever it may be, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
and it's got to a stage now where it's so unnatural, isn't it? Like with eggs and chicks, like so they vaccinate the eggs that are going to be chicks. They vaccinate them about 12 times before they hatch.
Yeah, that's no good.
It's mad. But they vaccinate through the egg.
That's crazy. And obviously people, are quite prepared to buy the cheapest meat in the supermarket, but what they're really paying for is the steroids that the farmer had to give that animal to make it grow to the size it needed to be to make any sort of profit on it.
Yeah, and I think where we've kind of not looked after the animals properly for so many generations now, those animals themselves are just so diseased and mutated now.
Yeah.
Because we've not supported farmers to be able to work on a small scale in a healthy way to keep the animals properly.
Yeah. Well, there's a few farmers around where I am that are taking advantage of the common land. There's some Highland crosses and there's some pure Welsh blacks just allowed to roam the heather and eat. Obviously, they're vaccinated, but I'd presume that they're not given anything else. They're not given any food supplements. And that's the only way they're going to make money is by saying they've got pasture-raised beef, which takes twice as long. But then, obviously, it's worth a lot more money, and most of it probably goes to top restaurants.
Yeah.
Because they're only small herds, so they'll probably cull in I don't know, maybe four a month if they've got that many. But that will be a lot of money, a lot in product.
Yeah.
But these are small scale jobbies who have only got a few acres, and because they're taking advantage of the common land, like I said. And the park authority like it because it's good for the grouse.
Yeah. When you actually live out in the sticks, you get to sort of see the little farm shops that they have and get to buy the sort of the eggs and that stuff there.
Yeah.
But like when I used to live out in the sticks, I used to have a milk lady, and she only had 8 cows.
Yeah.
But that milk was lovely.
There's nothing better than fresh milk. I did when I left school. I did 18 months of agricultural college, and that was placement and college. And after milking the cows at 6 or 5 in the morning, once it's gone out the tanks and it's been in the pasteurizer for a bit, there's nothing nicer than a bottle of ice cold fresh milk. Nothing
Even
nice.
before then,
One
of my school friends lived on a dairy farm, and whenever I used to play round there, they'd have this big, like really wide jug with warm milk fresh from the cow, and that was so nice on your cereal. That on cornflakes is so nice.
Yeah.
And they used to have loads of them feral cats.
Oh yeah, always hanging around for the cream and the milk.
Yeah. Never had trouble with rats.
No, that was a perk. That was a perk for me. That was anyway. Getting milk straight out of the thing, getting it down me, and then the bacon sandwich after the cows were done. Like,
oh yes, that is the life. I keep telling my son to get into it because he's so like. Both of them are really into all this like protein. That everything's got to be grass-fed beef, with grass-fed butter, and all that. I'm like, why don't you do it? Do farming. It's obviously something you're passionate about, but they're like, oh, there's no money in it. There's no money in it, and I'm like, yeah, but you don't know that. Once you've got your foot in the door,
yeah,
they'll look after you if you work.
Small scale, pasture raised is the way to go. Like I said, a couple of coal cows a month, a couple of coal pigs a month, and eggs. and you could quite easily make a good living from that on a small place.
Yeah, Cheeky's right there. All the tumours go in the nuggets. Oh, have you seen how they make them chicken nuggets?
Beacon claw, yeah. It's all
I still
beacon
eat
claw.
them though. Do you?
I'm not the biggest fan, but I did have one the other day.
In a pinch.
Only one.
When you're hard up. I'll tell you what, my dog loves them. They're her favourite. Do you like chicken nuggets?
Yeah, I used to buy for my dogs. I used to buy them a box of nuggets if we went anywhere.
Yeah, gotta have that top cream of milk. I miss that. New Zealand lamb, Cheeky, wash your mouth out. You haven't tried Welsh lamb if you're buying that. Welsh lamb's
New
lovely,
Zealand
isn't
lamb is it's cheaper to import into the country than it is to eat Welsh lamb.
Just
To be
joking.
honest.
Yeah, I found a new way of cooking lamb that's really nice, where you like put it in a slow cooker with like some liquid
Yeah,
and cook it slow in liquid for about 3 or 4 hours, and then you take it out and roast it in a really hot oven. That's gorgeous.
yeah, I do like a bit of lamb, but I had a little bit earlier a bit of curried lamb, but I very rarely eat it because I can like make stews out of it, skim the fat, everything, and I still get really bad indigestion from it. So it's something because it is really fatty. So
Yeah, it is that.
well, you've got a pigeon that won't fly away. You best eat him, then you, unless he's a homer. Peggy, good point. Make people
That's
more
it.
lethargic and susceptible.
Yeah.
All right,
Sleepy.
Min. Nin it is, Min.
Min. Hey, Min. G'day, Min.
Is it racing pigeon? Is it you? Has to have a band on, is it?
That's it. Yogi knows what I'm talking about with the lamb. So you slow cook it in liquid, like in a, and then you fast roast it in a really hot oven.
Yeah, I
There's
do.
a word for it. It's lovely.
I'd sort of do my chicken like that in the oven. Do it on a low heat, lowish, with some veg underneath it and a little bit of some sort of liquid, and I'll leave it in there for a couple of hours and then turn the oven up and just whip the oil jacket off it for 20 minutes just to crisp up the skin.
Nice.
Stays nice and moist then.
Have you ever tried carnivore diet?
I haven't, no.
I'm on that. It's good. I haven't bothered with veg for ages now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. First time I heard about it was Jordan Peterson talking about it.
Yeah.
And his daughter having all sorts of stomach ailments. And when she went on to the meat diet, nearly all of them just went.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really
He
helped for
started
me.
doing it as well, and he's healthy as fuck.
Yeah, I feel really good on it, I've got to say. Like, you don't get that bloated feeling after you have dinner anymore. It's funny when you look in your fridge as well and there's just meat in there. It's mad. It's like, how much meat can you eat in a day? It's like some days I eat too much, and then the next day I'm just so full I can't eat anything all day. Yeah, you should try it.
Yeah, I'm a lover of meat. But I found fucking with supermarket meats. Last steak I had, it was like a real livery taste to it, and it wasn't the cheapest. It was like weird. So I'm gonna have to find a decent butcher / farm shop. There is a decent one, but it's not real close. So
I've found, because I have like my meats from the supermarket, and I get cheap stuff like pork chops and things, and I've found if I soak it in water first, it's fine.
yeah,
And a lot of the
supermarket
time,
pork I find is always all right.
mm.
Yeah, we
And
regularly have supermarket pork.
the difference if I put it in water for a couple of hours is mental. I think it's all that it's not blood, is it? What all that sort of red stuff that's on it, that's what makes it taste that livery.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's not blood. It's oh, it's plasma in it. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called, but it's separated blood, isn't it?
Hmm.
Richard, it's supposed to be the thing, and people are getting great health benefits from it.
Yeah, it's not completely strict either, so I have fruit and little bits and bobs, and if I feel like I'm not feeling right, I will have some bread or rice with it. You sort of know in yourself, don't you, when you need to sort of add something in.
Yeah. It probably is formaldehyde or bleach you to fucking. You've seen what they do to the chucks on how they process them fuckers, dipping them in fucking bleach. Not so much. I don't know if they do it so much over here, but the Americans, what they do to their meat, the farmers do to their meat before they go off to big companies like feeding the steers powder and that to make them heavier. It's fucking disgusting.
It is. It is. I can't even think about it. It's
No.
horrific. There was a scandal, oh God, it was a few years back now, where this big truck of cattle feed crashed on a road, and all the stuff that fell out of it was Skittles that had gone off.
Oh.
What the fuck are you
That's just
feeding these
wrong.
cows? Yeah.
Yeah, you chlorinate chicken. Oh my god.
Oh God.
Gross.
I'll tell you what though, I don't know spices. So this carnivore diet, I'm like just having like plain meat. Like an Asian person would be mortified if they saw me eating it. I'm like literally just plain. No paprika, nothing. I've got to start learning how to use my spices more.
Yeah, I just seem to eat everything with garlic and the usual. But everything lately it seems to be pickled jalapeno slices. And they're from one of the cheap shops, but they're fucking lovely.
I'm gonna have to try that.
Green,
Jalapeno.
green. They're not too hot. They just got a little bit of spice. But I use the pickling vinegar for anything I want vinegar on as well. So, yeah, I'm addicted. Don't like the red ones because they're soft. The green ones are still crunchy. So
I used to have a real problem with, that mint sauce that you get from the Indian.
yeah,
I was fully addicted to that
that's
for
lovely.
ages.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, if we ever have Indian, which isn't very often, we always get an extra pot of the mint sauce.
We see what
Like that.
Richard's put about the Skittles. I bet they were pooping a rainbow of colours.
Yeah.
So, what
Go
sort of farm did you work on then?
It was dairy cows and a small herd of pigs. No,
Oh, wicked.
no arable, no chickens. So just milk and pigs, and then
Mhm.
I was going to agricultural college 2 days a week, and supposed to be doing three days a week on the farm for a YTS wage, but they'd always ask me to come in Saturday and Sunday as well. So,
Mm.
but yeah, I was probably 6 months away from finishing, and tore both my ligaments in both my ankles.
Oh,
So
no.
I couldn't work on the farm. They wouldn't wait for me, so they got another apprentice in. So I lost art and gave it up. I'd
Yeah.
learned, so another 6 months I would have had my tractor qualifications, livestock handling qualifications,
Oh,
but went into caring instead, and that's where I stayed. So
yeah. Yeah, I had a similar sort of pattern of events with both of my sons, and it's a tough time. You have to reassess and set your sights again.
yeah,
It's harder.
well, with
And people say, "Oh, pick it up again," but without that apprenticeship, it's tough, isn't it?
yeah, well, I had to, I couldn't do anything for 12 weeks because of my ankles. So
How did you do that? Was it an accident?
yeah, it was an accident. Yeah, jumping out of a tractor into the farmyard onto a wet foot. So it happened at work. Both
God.
both ankles went from underneath me in my boots, and boots had to be cut off because my ankles swelled up, and
So
ligament snaps are worse than bone breaks. So
yes, yeah, I had it in one ankle
I had to
once.
have physio on both ankles, and um, I've
It's
had problems with them ever since. And I was like 17 when that happened. I'm 50
oh,
now. So
it's the most common injury in humans, isn't it?
yeah,
Twisted ankle.
yeah,
So theoretically, they should have paid for you to be off sick and then put you through the
they should have. It
qualification.
was a
Yeah.
YTS, so they should have.
Oh,
But that's the government for you. All they did was say, just go and sign on then.
and the other way of looking at it is,
Instead of still paying me my YTS money.
the people, when you do care work, the people you meet, some of them, they're in such a desperate situation, and there's, not many people have that bedside manner, and you might have been that knight in shining armour for them because
Yeah,
that
could have been.
happened.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it might have happened for a reason.
Yeah.
Might have happened for a reason.
Yep. Yeah, there's not many men do care, and it's amazing how much even just having one male member of staff can neutralise abuse that goes on.
Yeah. I know Upton. I know fucking jumping out of a fucking Massey Ferguson tractor onto a slippery fucking farmyard.
Were you in wellies?
I was in Wellington boots, yeah, they had to cut them off me.
Wellies don't support your ankle at all. They're
No, they
shit, aren't
don't.
they?
No.
They had to cut them off you. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh. I stood on a
Yeah.
nail once. That's why I'm going, oh my god, I stood on a nail once with wellies on.
Yeah.
And it went into my foot. And I was on my own. And so I had to pull the nail out with the welly myself.
Yeah. I've done that, yeah. The other farman didn't want to take my boots off, like just in case I'd broken my ankles.
Yeah.
So he left them on, and ambulance.
Oh, I can feel it now. My ankle's twinging in sympathy now.
Yeah. I I used I played rugby after that as well, and I had special fucking. I used to tape my ankles, put a surgical thing on, then tape them, and then wear special shin pads that had ankle supports built into them as well. So 3 layers, and I could barely move my ankles, but I managed to play anyway.
Oh,
But that's another thing. I kept doing them. I might have done my ankle once a season playing rugby. They weakened after that. After the first time, they're never the same. Ligaments.
no. Oh,
Bones,
don't get me started on
ligaments
injuries.
don't.
Hockey was the worst. I had my face smashed up so many times. I had so many surgeries on my face when I was playing hockey.
It's a dangerous sport.
One time I had a stick in between the eyes and I looked like. Do you remember that old 1980s TV series of Beauty and the Beast with
Yeah.
Vincent? I looked like him, and my nickname was Vincent for about 6 weeks.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. No longer play hockey ever again. Still like watching it though.
Yeah, it's a sport I like watching. When they bothered to show it on the telly, the Europeans or the World Championships and at the Olympics as well. I like watching the hockey. Men's and women's. It's so fast. So fucking fast. It's fucking great. But then again, I'm a fan of I like ice hockey as well and American football, so I like American sports. I find baseball very boring.
I can't watch baseball.
Football and ice hockey are fucking real good. I enjoy them.
Yeah, I like watching gymnastics.
Yeah, I like to do it. My missus loves watching the gymnastics as well.
And I've recently got into watching ballet. I love watching ballet now as well.
Yeah, at one point, I don't know if they still do it. The Royal Shakespeare Company was showing operas and ballets, live performances in cinemas live. When my mother was still alive, she said to me, "I'll do it. They're showing operas over the cinema." Her and my brother were going. Do you want to come? And I was like, "Fucking right, I do." And so brilliant.
Was it good?
Oh yeah.
I've never been to an opera.
Yeah, I've watched about 4 or 5 operas in the cinema. Every single one of them was amazing. And we also went to watch the Nutcracker Suite ballet in the cinema.
Oh, lovely.
How they change the scenes and that so quick, and it's amazing. It's amazing how they do it live.
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
Yeah, but in the cinemas they have, like they would at the opera house or the theatre. They got the presenter, talking to passing stars or stage crew or the stage manager, all before the show starts, just right before the show starts. So you get the whole build up as well, and it's really good. It's really good. But I'm into my music, and opera is only the last few years that I can listen to it. But the first time I saw it live say live, it was performed live, but it was shown on a cinema screen. It was amazing. Amazing.
Wow.
All right, Paul. Yeah, I'm not sure if they're still doing it or not. I'm presuming that they are, the Royal Shakespeare Company.
I don't know. I'm well behind on all that sort of thing. I'd love to go down to London again.
Yeah, I used to go regularly. I'm not a fan anymore. Maybe it's because it's not how I remember it as a a teen when I was there a lot in the 80s, mid 80s. So it's obviously going to change. But last time I went for a gig, which is a few years ago, everything was just such a fucking nightmare. The traveling, the tube, getting to the venue, getting in the venue, so much fun.
Yeah.
Oh, it took forever to get in because of the fucking. I know they have to have a lot of security, but took forever to get in, and then we fucking nearly missed our tube back to where we parked. It was a fucking nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute nightmare.
Yeah, it's certainly not like it used to be going to these events.
Yeah. I think if I did go in for something like that, I just wouldn't even bother with the car and park on the outskirts. I'd just fucking get the train from here and do it that way. Be a lot less stress.
Yeah, I was thinking that for Remembrance Sunday, we were saying we were going to share Ubers for that. Because the public transport is shit.
Probably the best idea.
Yep. My dog's got a ham bone. She's really enjoying it. You can probably hear her. Simple things make people happy.
Yeah,
She's
my
a
brother's
happy
dog
dog.
found a dried up old sheep shoulder on the mountain earlier, and he was carrying it around.
Oh. When we lived there, she'd always find, like, we'd go walking on the beach and she'd always find jellyfish and rub in it.
Oh dear.
Stink to high heaven. If
Yeah.
there was one jellyfish on the beach, she'd find it.
All right, it shouldn't be long. Else is actually all packed up. So it's been a long time since I've been to a fucking gig. Richard was saying a tenner for an hot dog in London at a gig. It's been a while since I've been to a gig, and it got to the point where it was cheaper for me to get a flight, a hostel, and a gig ticket, and I'd go to Amsterdam to gigs. And that would cost me the same as a ticket in Cardiff. The ticket price was probably just over half the price of over here, maybe a little bit less than half. And for example, there's a band called Alter Bridge, heavy metal band, Christian heavy metal band, but don't sound like it. Over here, the tickets were £95 to see them in Cardiff. The ticket for the Zego Dome in Amsterdam was £35, 40 odd euro. So we're really, really being taken the piss out of over here. And because it was in the winter, I had return flights for about 25. I think 3 of us went to that gig, so we got a room between us, which ended up costing us about a tenner each a night for 3 nights.
Who was it?
Alter Bridge, that was.
Never heard of them.
No, they're a heavy metal band. They're a bit Christian, but they don't sound like it.
Right, cool.
Yeah, we've been over in groups and went to see Gorillas and
wow! I bet Gorillas do a good visual show as well, don't they?
Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing, and to be in Amsterdam to see that was amazing. Because obviously we'd been having a smoke during the day, and before we went in, we had a brownie and a cake or two. So yeah, it was. And not many people were, but we were smoking away in. They got little smoking rooms. You walk up to a door and it'll open and let you in. And there's
Yeah.
like the people in there smoking cheap cigarettes, and we just go in there and blaze up and empty the room in the arena. I don't know if we were supposed to or not, but you know, we're ignorant. We're British, so. But yeah, to go over there for a gig is it's an amazing experience.
Cool. I've seen a couple of gigs that were over there. Like there was a Giorgio Moroder one that I watched, and that was in Amsterdam. And there's a few that I watched that were in Amsterdam. You could tell the crowd are so much more happy than you get over here. Yeah. Like a lot of the Carl Cox DJ sets I watched are in Amsterdam.
Yeah, I was going to say a lot of them will be from the Meg, the Melkweg, which is a big arena. Oh, say it's not big. It's not big. It hold a few thousand, but it's a nightclub stroke arena, and top bands play in there. But you've got to be a member, and the membership is about €25 a year.
Yeah.
So you've got to pay that before they'd even sell you tickets to get in the Meg.
Wow.
But that's the place to see all the top DJs, all the top bands. If you want to see an intimate gig, you know, only a couple of thousand, but you pay for the privilege, you know.
It's a reasonable price, yeah.
That would still be cheaper than going to a gig over here.
Yeah.
Even with paying the membership.
Do you have one of those hostel discount cards?
No. I've stayed in hostels. I've gone on my own and stayed in hostels, and people say you must be fucking mad. And I'm like, well, no. I'm not a night owl, so most people are when they go there. I'm not. So I'll sleep at night when there's no one in the hostel, get up at 7 a.m. when they're coming in, and fuck off. So, you know, I'm an early bird, so I'll wander around drinking coffee before the fucking main shops are open.
The ones in Amsterdam are completely different to UK anyway, aren't they? They're more like, you know, when you go to a gym, it's a bit like that, but with bedrooms, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Morning, Agent. Good morning.
They're really modern.
Yeah.
But I think here as well, like a lot of the hostels, people think you've got to be young to stay in a hostel. Like they're only meant for if you're under 25. Because it used to be like they were called youth hostels, weren't they?
Yeah, they were called youth hostels.
I've never stayed in one, to be honest.
Yeah. But, you know, over there, 4 of you turn up at a hostel together, you'll still pay the cheap rate, and it is fucking cheap. But they'll say, oh, there's a 6-bedded room up there with no one else in it, and give you the key. And you might not get anyone in the other 2 beds, which means you've got the old fucking 6-bedded room between 4 of you for a weekend for like 10 quid each a night. Fucking great. It's great.
Yeah, but there's always that risk, isn't there? That you're sharing with somebody really annoying that's like rustling sweets all through the night and stuff.
Yeah, I've stayed in a couple. I haven't had any sort of bad experiences, but I've stayed in a couple where, you know, people are coming off their head at 5 a.m, 6 a.m, giggling, and you know, I'm nearly ready to get up anyway. So,
and what if they smell? Like, what if they fart?
Well,
yeah, that could really. Yeah, I don't think that would work for me.
No, but you know, I'm a bit of an arse. You know, I'll go in when they're trying to sleep in the afternoon, put music on, shower, brush my teeth, fucking make loads of noise, stink the place out of a joint while they're all sleeping, let them get the blame.
Have you been on the smoke boat over there?
I haven't, no.
I had my first joint on the smoke boat when I went. My first ever legal spliff.
No, that's one thing I haven't done.
It's lovely. It feels like, you know, when you're on a hammock and you're just being rocked. It's lovely. So relaxing.
Yeah, I've done a few boat trips out there, but was when I went with the missus, and yeah, we did the boat trip thing and the museums, and when I've been with a few of the guys, I go off and do that. There's one or two of the guys will come and do it with me. But yeah, if I go with the guys, I'll disappear off to look at historic things, museums, and then give them a text a couple of hours later and meet them somewhere.
Yeah. I found the best coffee shops were like the hip hop ones. And you'd walk in and it just smells so dank. And they'd be playing really loud hip hop, and they would be the best ones. I'd just be in there all day. You get quite a lot of hip hop buskers as well, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
They're really good. Like I videoed a few of them. I was like, wow, you should get a record deal. You should be busking.
Yeah. I used to, me and a couple of the others, we make a point of getting a tram ticket. As soon as we got there, in the train station, even though it didn't work for the train, we bunked the train into town with our tram tickets and play stupid if we got stopped, which we never did. Dump our shit wherever we were staying, and then we'd fuck off out of town about 4 miles out of town to some of our favourite little coffee shops.
Oh, right.
They look at you strange at first because they're not used to seeing tourists.
Yeah.
But as soon as you buy a coffee and they realise you know what you want and what you're after, they couldn't be nicer. And then, I tend to stay away from city centre unless I'm going in there to eat or for a museum or something. Because most coffee shops from here are out of town. Unless I go with somebody new and then they want to see the red light area, and then I've got to go through all that bullshit. But I refuse to buy anything in the red light area because it's double the price. So, and shit.
I didn't leave the city centre. One of the best things when I was there, I made friends with a girl. She was working in this coffee shop, which had the best blends that I liked. And she was the only girl I've ever met who's done the same level of Salvia Divinorum that I've done.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. And she looked exactly like me as well. It was like meeting my own twin. It was amazing. Yeah, it was great to meet somebody else who'd like done the same psychedelics as me.
Yeah, I had a mate I used to get some puff off, and a lot younger than me. And he rang me one morning. Sorry I didn't get back to you yesterday. He said, I went fishing yesterday up your way. I said, oh, yeah. He said, oh, my mate gave me this doobie to smoke, he said, and didn't tell me what was in it. And it was salvia. And because he wasn't expecting it, he threw a complete wobbler, stripped off, was trying to go in the pond fucking naked and all sorts. And he rang me the next day and apologised for not fucking returning my call. Told me the story. He said, I'm never fucking speaking to that cunt again. I'd be the same. I'd be like, I ain't talking to you again. Like yesterday, I went out for a walk and found some mushrooms, and today I found a couple more. Just starting to pop their little heads up there.
Oh, finally. I'm just reading Cheeky's comment. I like to get some good puff and then sit outside a pub and play backgammon. Nice. That's the life.
I can't play backgammon, but the rest of it sounds all right. You play backgammon, I'll have a steak and a shandy.
So would you ever take mushrooms that you picked?
I have done in the past. I haven't taken magic mushrooms since the early 90s because obviously I was partying a lot, party scene, rave scene, clubbing scene, and I had one too many bad trips. Mostly on acid, I'll be honest. Too strong. And then I had a couple of bad trips on acid, which put me off for ages and ages. And then one night we was there and we had like a handful of mushrooms each, and I was like, don't know, because I was iffing and umming. That's probably why I had the bad trip, because I was iffing and butting about it. But I
Yeah.
took mushrooms, had a bad trip, and I've never had psychedelics since.
Yeah. So would you?
Do a small 50 dose on, and then do a live just to see what happens. But a small 50 should be just like a little giggle and mild hallucinations. But
So if you found some magic mushrooms while you were out walking, would
yeah,
you like recommend them to anyone if they wanted to take them or not? I'm just wondering how safe you would consider them, because I personally I wouldn't.
you've got to know what you're doing. You really have got to know what you're doing, and you've got to know your doses. So as kids, we used to do it in numbers. 50 was a mild, giggly, mild hallucinations. 100, a little bit more intense.
So is that way?
500 to 1,000 in a brew between a couple of you. And you don't trip for any longer. It's still like a 7 or 8 hour trip, but it's like you're in another fucking dimension for that long.
Is that grams?
So, well, we always used to do it by numbers of mushrooms. So I've picked 50 in the last 2 days. So I've got a small mild dose, which would probably be giggly and, like I said, mild hallucinations. But
I've never tried them.
Now I'm gonna dry them and weigh. I'm gonna dry 50, weigh them, and then I'll know how much 50 a mild dose weighs.
Yeah.
Because I don't take them myself, but I do enjoy, because I enjoy nature, and I'll pick field mushrooms and that as well, and consume them, and things. I haven't been very lucky with any forest mushrooms, because there's a guy in the town who's been doing it for 50 years, and he knows all the spots, and he knows exactly when the forest mushrooms come out, the chanterelles and that, and the sets.
And he takes them all.
But if you see him out, he's all like secret squirrel. He'll fuck off and you don't know where he's gone.
Yeah, but he should leave some for other people.
He should do, yeah. But it's finding his spots as well. He's very secretive. Very, very
Yeah. I've never tried them. Because there used to be a guy in our village called Jerky Jeremy when I was young, and he'd taken a wrong batch and he couldn't walk properly. He'd like jump around all over the place and he'd fling his arms around everywhere when he walked.
Yeah. I've never seen, from years and years, I've never seen anyone have any lasting bad effects from them. And me and others have consumed fucking thousands in one go. A couple of thousand in a pot, boiled up between 4 of us, and
that's the thing.
But yeah, I have. There's one guy I was friends with, very good skateboarder as a kid, and from the first time he smoked marijuana, he was never the same. Never ever. He's never ever been the same since, and he's now probably 40 years old.
Well, how do you mean?
Mentally. He had a bit of a freak out the first time, then got a taste for it, but just ruined himself with it, because he never ever took any other drugs. He never drunk. He never took any stimulants at all apart from smoke, and it ruined him mentally. He just psychologically, he just wasn't right for him. But he still smokes now, but he's a complete nut. Lives on the street. Does all sorts of weird shit. So maybe it was something in him that was triggered.
Yeah.
Which is more probably more the case,
Yeah. Yeah. So I know that, like I said, there was that Jerky Jeremy that happened on mushrooms, and there was someone else I knew who got sectioned after taking some mushrooms, and they were living with their parents, and they drew crucifixes all over the outside of their house.
Yeah, that might be through prolonged use. Will send you fucking scatty. Yeah, I had a friend. He was a little bit older than us, and he used to get us a bit of puff when we were like 16, 17. We were all into the same sort of thing, but he was just a bit older.
Yeah.
And he used to deal in paper trips, but he also used to consume them most days. And he had a complete fucking mental breakdown and has never been the same since. Another one, but that took probably 12 months of him, not every day, but most days. And it you know, with anything, you've got to keep topping up. The more you take, the more you have to take to get the buzz. He
Yep.
fried his own brain. Him and another guy were drinking and taking and smoking, but taking trips. The combination of all of that sent a pair of them absolutely fucking scatty, both sectioned.
Yeah.
The one was sectioned, the one who was the guy who was dealing the tabs, he was sectioned for a long time until he was safe enough to let out, you know?
Yeah.
Dangerous, dangerous.
Very. I was really young when I had my LSD phase. I started doing it. I was barely 14 when I started doing it. How old were you?
Same. Mushrooms and
No
mushrooms, LSD from about 14 till about, I think I had my bad trip when I was about 18, so
Yeah.
19.
God.
So yeah, lots of partying, lots of mushrooms, lots of tabs.
Oh, bless her.
But they were my thing. Rather than, you know, I wouldn't sniff or I wouldn't go anywhere near gear. And I was too tight to buy Charles, so but that was never available to us up there at the time anyway. But I wouldn't have, you know, I was never really into, you know, the powdery type class A, shall we say?
Well, I was quite lucky. I was blessed, really, because when I first started doing it, in our village happened to be a load of rave organisers and blooming suppliers for the local city. So we were like 14 and driving about with like people in their 20s, and they like raised us like, you know, sort of parents, like, don't touch Charlie, don't touch, you know, heroin.
Yeah.
And even when it came to like dodgy pills, like, I remember they'd tell us anything with the word brown in it, don't buy it. Like there was brown bucket pills and stuff that said don't buy them.
Yeah, that was the same with me and some of the lads, you know, and the girls, like, you know, we were hooked
Good
up with
advice.
through at 14, 15, but you know, we could get our hands on some stuff they couldn't and whatever, but you know, they'd take us off partying because we were all like little scoundrels anyway, and
but
you know,
they'd look out for you
say
as
to our
well,
parents,
wouldn't
I'm staying at so and so's, but they knew we were going partying in fucking Forest of Dean or Bristol or somewhere.
the Forest of
I mean?
Dean, that must have been lovely.
Mm.
Oh, it's
So,
such a magical place, Forest of Dean.
Yeah, I know they're trying to sort of revive the outdoor shit, and a lot of it goes on in Wales, but I know they say about the swinging 60s and that, but field and forest parties with massive sound systems, fires, and psychedelics were great.
I truly believe that that's why God made the UK have that little period of summertime, because you got that little window, haven't you, for 2 or 3 months where you can just have that, and it makes the whole rest of the year go by better. And that's why I couldn't believe it this summer where everyone was doing protests. You're like, for fuck's sake, you're wasting the summer. If you're going to protest, do it in the form of picnics. Like, yeah, we're going to have a protest picnic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to leave you to it because I've got a bit of a sore throat, so I'm going to chill out and listen.
No worries, Ned.
Chat. Nice to catch up with you anyway.
And yeah, I'll stay on for a bit anyway, as something's going on. Numbers are dropping, so something's going on. Let me, should we have a tune? Let's see what we got. Cheers for coming on then. Ah, lovely Stranglers tune. I know the numbers are dropping about not going anywhere. There must be something going on. Well, there is a lot of lives going on, so the link's pinned. I shall keep putting the link out. It's nice and chilled. I'm on for a bit. I'll sit here. I'm going to be around anyway. I'd only be watching someone else's, with the volume down, listening to music anyway. So, you know, get them fucking view hours in, clicks and views, and all that. I shall cue something up for in a minute. I don't want to take the piss of the music. They'll black screen me. I don't like it. I haven't had a black screen for ages, but that was for playing videos, music videos, visual music videos, which was a really silly thing to do on my part. But I better check my phone. I've had a message about my guitar. My Telecaster's being sold or swapped for another guitar. Boo-hoo. I should play something by Ministry. I like Ministry. They're on tour at the moment. Someone trying to lowball me on my guitar. Don't do it. I know exactly what I've got, and I know exactly what it's worth, and it's being sold for 150 quid less than what it's worth, or swapped because I want a different guitar. I want something a bit more metal. I don't like parting with my Telecaster, but I haven't played it for 10 years. So I would much rather have a nice Ibanez or PRS in trade for it. I know exactly what I got. It's a custom. It's a fucking Fender Tele custom. Don't take the fucking piss. I don't know why I'm telling YouTube. I should be telling fucking Marketplace. Don't take the fucking piss. Know what I got, and it's a beaut. Just not getting used. Not like my other one, which hasn't been played for a little while. Whoa, Blue Betty, bam-a-lam. And the other one's hiding in there as well. Probably not in tune. Probably not. Ooh, nearly. Yeah, there is. There's the shark one is. I don't know. Ibanez looks like a shark with a swell. The one you're thinking of is a marlin. I've owned a couple of marlins, Welsh made, Welsh brand. don't make them anymore, and they were very underrated guitars, very cheap to buy, and now they're probably worth more than they were new. And I've owned a couple of Marlins, lovely guitars. Marlin Sidewinder. Oh, I don't know. Solo a fucking acoustic. It's not easy. That's enough annoying noise. Oh, I've got cold coffee left as well. I've got pop though. Yeah, black one mine was. And one of my mates had the deep crimson red with a Floyd Rose or fake Floyd Rose tremolo on it. Lovely guitars. Yeah, a 9-volt battery to boost the pickups for the old screechy metal. Yeah, that's the ones. I know, Agent. I can but try. Richard? Sultan's a swing? Let me have a look a minute. Hold on. I'll need to tab up this same screen, so hold on. Is it something like that? I can't do the old Spanish drumming, mind. I'm not a hisp. In the dark. everything. Man is blowing Dixie, double full time. What's that? When you hear that music play. Something like that, Richard, isn't there? Something like that? Something like that. Something like that. Oh, I'm driving viewers away with my music. Oh dear. Apparently, in AK's earlier, I saw some faceless in the chat say Zara's dumped me. Shock horror. What am I going to do? Never mind. They might go to the llamas, you. They might go to the llamas. I think No Drama Llamas was live. And a dog called Nathan. He threw his toys at the pram. If you said a word he don't like, he would ban you from his chat. Oh Nathan, won't you be my dog? Oh Nathans, we used to be buddies all the time. Until you started crying. You can help it, you're a little bit mentally deficient. That's not your fault, it's your man's. There we go. Sweet. Whoopsie. Oh dear. I'm not allowed to laugh at my own jokes. I get told off for it. I'm a weirdo for laughing at my own jokes. I'm a weirdo for making up songs about people. Oh dear. Deary me. Fucking hell. Spastic alert. Spastic. The one was spastic. Or 30 who were on the YouTubes being hurty. Spastic on the YouTube doing hurty words and pictures. They think they're funny, but they're nothing but STD-filled bitches. Smelly fannies and brown fingers. Oh, it lingers on the mingers. Beef cutters like rotten rock steaks. And if you put on the brakes, you can smell them coming from a mile away. Brown-fingered bastard with bird shit in his beard. I thought that he was queer, but it turns out he's got gonorrhea. He's a wanker, and he can't see out his glasses. They're made from milk bottles. He likes to poke his dick in arses ultra. You're such a faggot. I used to like you. And then I woke up and thought, what the fuck am I doing? This bloke is a complete and utter cunt. And then I realised that he's just a smelly drunk with a brown finger in his bum. Yeah. I'm great at making songs up, fucking if I do say so myself. Oh, sorry. Laughing at my own jokes again. I should change that audio avatar because it's bound to offend somebody. I'll get my favourite one. This one. Dickie, you're not off to fucking smash one out, are you? Fucking dirty old sod. I shouldn't say that. Someone will call me a wrong un for saying that. I do like a good sing song. The neighbours must think I'm fucking mad. Yeah, if there's any about, that is at 1:10 in the morning. Someone's bound to have heard me. Oh dear. I am very naughty indeed. Yeah, I'll do a Christmas album. I'll just do like an hour of that. Be up, Cheeky. Hey, Richard. I'm not going to be long around, and I'll be harassing someone else then. Yeah, I'm in the mood to wind people up, so yeah, it should be fun. I think I might play a tune to go out on, I suppose. Something a bit more uppity, I think. Let's have a look what we got. I'll find something. Oh, mute that a minute. Yeah, anyone who's about in chats, I'll be about for a few hours, I expect, because you know, I've been out all evening, so I'm wide awake. Like I said, and I'm not allowed to laugh at my own jokes, so I'll go and find a panel where I can laugh at my own jokes at someone else's expense. Should be fun. Should be fun. So I'll play this tune and ciao for now. Right, what's going on with these motherfuckers coming in and out of the chat? I was just ending. Now, you're either leaving or not. No, I'm not here either. I was going at the end of that track, but I'm not here either. Yeah, it's just an apparition, holographic projection. Yeah, I'm not here anymore. You know, it's just one of them things.